Sometimes all you need in life is a second chance. And that's just what a Michigan judge gave a convicted drug dealer. Ed Martell was inspired by Judge Bruce Morrow's challenge to be better, proving he could change his life when he became an attorney, sworn in by Judge Morrow himself 16 years after he first appeared in his courtroom. I spoke with Judge Morrow and the newly minted attorney, Ed Martell, about Martell's journey and what we can all learn from it. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Judge Morrow, you saw him. You saw that he had a criminal record. It wasn't his first offense. Obviously, you saw something in him. You thought that he could redeem himself.
With everything that had gone wrong in his life up to that point, he had this optimism that was just, it was contagious. And for him to still be able to have a positive attitude about himself, I thought it was remarkable. I said to myself, this is somebody who can teach me something, because really there's not too much difference between the person that's in front of me and myself. It's just that God placed us in different situations, because but for the grace of God, anybody could be there.
And Ed, back to you. A lot of people don't realize it's even possible to become an attorney as a convicted felon. What was your reaction when you found out you had actually made it after all that struggle and all those years?
You know, it's still surreal. You know, when people call the firm and say, may I speak to Attorney Edward Martell, you know, I have to, you know, it's still just so surreal. So, you know, I'm very thankful, very humbled. You know, I'm thankful that God put Judge Morrow in my life, and, you know, we made it.
And where do you think you would be without his compassion?
You know, it's hard to say. And I'll be frank. When I turned in a 1,200 pages application, there was 35 arrests, 19 convictions and 2 felony drug convictions since the age of 13 years old. And so none of these judges had, you know, impressed upon me the fact that I could. And here's Judge Morrow, and he reprimanded me, but he loved me. And then he challenged me. He said, Mr. Martell, I dare you, be a CEO of a Fortune 500 company instead of selling drugs. And I took up that challenge. I love a good challenge.
So, Edward, what do you plan to do with your law degree? You're in a suit now. You're sitting next to the judge in a different capacity. Tell us about your day-to-day.
So on a daily basis, I work on state criminal cases. I also do writing on federal cases. I'm seeking to be licensed in the Eastern District Federal Court, so hopefully that will happen soon. But in brief, state and federal criminal trial matters. In addition, I believe that, you know, when God gives you tools like this, you have to utilize them. You know, now we have the tools to build. I foresee, you know, working on criminal justice reform, you know, just reaching out, speaking to others and letting them know that they can. You know, our job is to, you know, continue to open the door wider so we can reach and teach more individuals that are similarly situated as ourselves.
And obviously you have a certain degree of street cred with your clients, right? I mean, do you feel that you can reach them in a different way and get them out of their circumstances?
Yeah, I would say that, you know, I do have the ability, and I do familiarize with a lot of our clients, but it's in a good way, in the sense that, you know, I can kind of put a word in their ear and just let them know, you know, just because you're in this particular situation, your life is not over. You know, it doesn't matter your age or your background, you can do it. And so not everybody's going to be an attorney. I understand that, but, you know, I think everybody can overcome their hurdles and make it to a place where they can become contributing members of our community.
And to both of you, what do you say to critics who say, Judge, your sentence was too lenient, and Edward, you shouldn't have the opportunity to be where you are today?
Well, I think the proof is in the pudding. That's what I would say in that particular case.
And what about you, Edward?
However I can be of service to my community, to the world, I'm going to, you know, avail myself.
And lastly, before I let you go, I want to hear from each of you about what your story teaches all of us about second chances.
Okay. It doesn't teach us about second chances. It teaches us about opportunity. Because a chance kind of infers that a person doesn't deserve it. Everybody deserves an opportunity to be supported, loved, and to do better. That's what I hope that my story teaches, that you're not taking a risk, you're giving a person an opportunity to reveal what they can do if they're in the proper environment, and to help provide that environment. Because it makes the community better, it makes the world better.
And I would just join on to Judge Morrow's sentiments. I mean, not everybody that's, you know, at the podium as a defendant, is a bad person. I mean, I'd say most aren't, including myself. I was just a young man that just needed to be loved on. I mean, I hope I have proven that. And I think that it's our job, and Judge Morrow's always impressed upon me, son, your duty is just to pay it forward. Reach one, teach one, bring them up with you. And, that's what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for joining us. It was such a pleasure to get to know both of you. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.